Alright, it's time for another episode of Clicks on the Side. Today I'm just going to do a quick team building video. This is a team I put together for an event recently. It was a 300 point theme team event, and it had to be based off of a geographical location. There are many options. I was thinking about trying with Atlantis, but there was just one piece that I had that made me decide to go another route. The team actually did fairly well, and but it is going to need to be changed slightly if I'm going to continue to use it as a modern team. I did decide to go with a Wakandan theme team, and that team consisted of the uncommon Black Panther from the Illuminati set. He started off he's got 95 points there and the wild card team ability. I also had Eric Killmonger, the uncommon from the Battle World set, at a cool 50 points. Then one that some people probably wouldn't pick for their Wakandan team, but it was really the only choice I had for this to work, was from the Xavier School set, was the 50 point Storm rare. Taking a tumble. Alright. I actually attempted this video once before and it came out sideways, and my cat knocked it over. This time I cannot blame the cat. Finishing off the team, we have the Wakandan Scientist from the Illuminati set at 15 points. And then lastly, and this is the part that's going to make it Golden Age here in just a couple days, as this is the end of June, is the super rare Black Panther from Avengers Defenders War, which is just about ready to rotate out at 65 points. There he is. So that's the team that I took with me to the event. And, oh, what's that? I'm short 25 points? Oh, that's right. What I failed to mention is the Black Panther has a trait, Bearer of the Gauntlet. And I actually used the 5-point trait to equip an affinity gem to him at the beginning of the game. And when I got my brick of Illuminati, I got very lucky, very fortunate to have gotten the Ultra Chase Thanos. Really regretting that I didn't do the unboxing video for this set. I couldn't have dreamed that I was actually going to get him, but there I go. So next set, definitely going to do the unboxing to see what I can get. So with him comes the Ego Gem. With this character can equip any number of Infinity Gems with different names, and of course free. Choose a combat value to modify +1 until your next turn. So we went ahead and applied that to Black Panther to make him a cool 100 points. And then we added both the Soul and the Power Gem to the team as special objects to finish it up at the 300 points. There we go. The main focus, let's rotate that. The main focus of this team was, of course, to power up Black Panther as quickly as possible with those gems. Which can be difficult if you don't have the right pieces. That's why I said I had to have the Storm. And then the Black Panther, the super rare, also helped as well. Both have a different type of leadership, so I started all three of them together in a cluster. I would do Black Panther's leadership, see if I could get a Wakandan warrior out, first of all, and then Actually, what I do first is use the TK on Storm. That's why I had to use her. She's the only Wakandan that I could find with the TK. She would TK the gems to Black Panther, and he would power equip. Next turn, I would do Black Panther's leadership to try to get a token off of Storm, who does have willpower. So if it doesn't hit, it's not the end of the world. And then I'd use Storm's leadership to try to get a token off of Black Panther. That worked a couple times, and when it did, it made it a lot easier to get things going. While that's happening, it does take 2 turns to get him fully powered. It did help that Killmonger has his reverse leadership as well to try to knock out a turn for your opponent. But I was really impressed with how well this Black Panther did, because he starts off normally with the 10 movement, 11 quake, and it can be a free quake if he's been hit since your last turn, 18 invincible, and 3 perplex. Add on top of that, once the +1 to any combat value with the ego gem, +1 to defense with the soul gem, and he gets steel energy, +1 to damage with the power gem, and of course the specials whenever your attack roll is 10 or higher. Just made him an absolute beast. In 2 matches, I did go 2-0, and he actually ended up only taking 2 clicks. I actually went up against 2 Gotham City teams. Both had Batman Beyond. The first team, I was able to get Batman Beyond tied down pretty quickly. The second one did have Batman Beyond as Bruce Wayne's apprentice from the rare Bruce Wayne from the animated series set. But I was able to get him pinned down by using his own perplex on his movement, TKing him up 6 squares and charging 6, and the Batman Beyond was not able to use his pin size. So that worked out pretty well for me. I was able to get the Wakandan scientist around rather easily, so she could use her special Empower, so that all of my Wakandans within 3 squares was able to get an extra tick of damage. Storm was pretty much useless, unfortunately, after the TKs were done, but she was still able to carry around super rare Black Panther just as a tie-down piece. So I'm actually very excited about this team, and the prospect of being able to use it at least for another year. Problem is, I am going to have to find a replacement for this Black Panther. And I have 2 candidates that I would like some help with. If you guys want to leave any comments below, any suggestions, or just what your opinions are of it. The first option is from the Wakanda OP kit of Queen Shuri. At 65 points, has Indomitable, Super Senses, Outwit, and Perplex, and it's actually a double Outwit. You just have to target a different character and a different power. But the main reason I want her is she does have traded leadership to help with those TKs early on. Plus, she can give +1 to speed and defense for each action token she has. So I like that stat buff. And then, of course, that traded leadership is very nice as well. Just in case you haven't seen her yet, here's the sculpt on her. I know she hasn't made it to everyone yet, and unless you've gone to eBay like I did, you'd have to win her. And that leaves my other option. Unfortunately, this one was damaged, but it was free from a friend, so I cannot complain. Is the rare Okoye from this set. And she is also coming in at 65 points with Indomitable. But the main reasons I'm thinking about her as well is, of course, the War Rhinos for some passenger support. And then she does start the game with leadership. So, at least for the first 2 rounds, she shouldn't be able to be targeted for outwit, and you can try her and do her leaderships. I would prefer to have it traded, but you get what you get. So my main question is, what do you think? Would you rather have the bystanders with the War Rhinos that can carry, or would you rather go with the traded leadership and the stat boost when she has the action tokens? Let me know what you think. Feel free to try this team out for yourself. I know the Ego Gym is not exactly easy to get at the moment, but if you are fortunate enough to have it, I think you could have some good luck with this team as I did. Is it meta? Probably not. More than likely not, but it sure was a lot of fun to use. Well, that was all that I have for you today. There will be more team building in the future, more unboxings. In fact, our Regenesis event, my first one, will be upcoming next week. So I'll probably post a video on opening up the 3 that I get for the event. I unfortunately will not be able to play because of work, but I will be able to get away to at least get my fix. Until then, this has been Clicks on the Side.